Hello, my name is Junior Sangbao Chakul, and this is my presentation on the ethicality of automation of labor practices. First, I'd like to give a quick overview of what we're going to be going over in this presentation. We're going to give a little context of the ethical issue, then move to the ethical theory, virtue ethics, which I've chosen to analyze it with, then analyze it through the professional code of ethics that I found online, give two objections, move to the conclusion, and finally the references. First, I'd like to give a little context behind the situation. IT and the AI industry started massively gaining popularity towards the mid-1980s, and it's because of its potential to increase productivity and reduce overall costs. This graph here shows the net capital stock of computers, software, and electronics equipment from 1996 and 2016. You can see that's been steadily rising up until this point. Because of this, many labor-intensive occupations are quickly becoming automated, and this results in higher job turnover and unemployment in those industries. And you can see this through this chart over here that we have the 10 occupations with the largest decreases in employment, and these include things like farming, secretaries, sewing machines, bank workers. Things are all becoming automated. Now, if you look at this graph over here, we have the demand trend chart that's from 1996 to 2016. As you can see, the demand for labor has been decreasing steadily for both routine and manual, with the exception of abstract labor, which includes things like art and drawing. First, I'd like to give an analysis from the point of view of virtue ethics. Virtue ethics states that a person is ethical if he makes a decision based off of what he believes is virtuous, and loyalty is one of those character traits that people tend to think is virtuous. The context behind the situation is, number one, a steady rise in the use of AI-based technology has caused many manual labor industries to turn towards automation, and because of this, you have result in people losing their jobs and having to find new ones. Also, companies have a duty to protect their employees, especially those that were loyal to their company. As an intermediate conclusion, companies in the manual labor industry are turning towards AI and automation and firing employees, which violates the contract of loyalty that they have with their staff. In conclusion, this shows that the companies are not behaving in an ethical manner. Now we move on to the code of ethics that I chose to take this from the perspective of. I found this online. It's IBM's document called the Everyday Ethics for Artificial Intelligence. They have 5 main areas of ethical focus that they have, and of those I chose accountability to examine this from. So IBM defines accountability as the responsible innovation in the age of AI, philosophical foundation, and companies using AI for profits and societal purposes. So to conclude, companies are laying off their employees and reaping the benefits of profit of the products created by AI-based technology, and so they're not being held accountable for the decisions that they're making laying off these loyal workers, which is behaving unethically. Some objections you can make is that AI has increased employment in the computer technology field, and that rivals the rate of unemployment in that of the manual labor industry. As you can see from this chart, the top 10 occupations with the largest increase in employment include things like accountants, sales assistants, people that are going to be using computer-based technology and AI. And in fact, it may have led to a direct increase in the population seeking higher education. As you can see by the graph down here, this is the percentage of population seeking a bachelor's degree or higher from 1982 to 2016. You can see that's been steadily increasing from then. Another objection that you can make is that the overall amount of people that have been fired from their jobs or are looking for new jobs hasn't affected the economy as a whole at all. As you can see, this is the graph that shows the hours of work per capita from 1965 up through 2016. And you can see that the aggregate number of work hours that people have put in since that time has been going up and down due to recessions and stuff, but has overall just remained constant. And this shows that maybe that the amount of unemployment from the manual labor industries isn't as big as people may think. So to conclude, an increase in AI-based technology and automation of many jobs in the manual labor industry has led to higher rates of unemployment and overall job turnover in these industries. By virtue ethics, it's unethical for these companies to automate their processes because it violates their contract of loyalty with their employees. And by IBM's code of ethics, it is unethical for these companies to replace their workers with machines because it takes advantage of the benefits of AI, and they're not being held accountable for the people that they lay off. And this is my references. Thank you.